All right, so we're back, second episode.
Yes, hello everyone.
Hello. It's DJ and Rice
Yes, Rice here.
back with more foolishness and a better sounding background noise because my mic was having issues with my laptop being on the same area. That's what was causing the white noise. Also, I wasn't speaking into the mic properly.
Oh yes, there was a very clear instruction on how to put that on.
Yeah, I was basically giving my mic a blowjob. I was just leaving it at that, and I was not supposed to be doing that.
All right, first topic.
Yeah.
All right. So
Yeah.
DJ, what do you have for us?
Um. So we have like a couple of topics we're gonna go over broadly. Not much news this week in the gaming environment, at least. Like, if the gaming department has been very, very relaxed. I guess everybody's on Christmas break right now.
Yeah,
Even
yeah.
those who are
So.
doing the foolishness.
Oh well,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
So,
PR is on
right.
break. So now all we have this week in terms of bad news, we always talk about the bad news. Is there any good news?
Oh goodness, nobody talk about it.
Yeah. Well, if there is good news, we'll bring it up. But oh, actually, we can talk about this very briefly before we actually start. Switch actually sold 10 million hardware units.
Worldwide?
Yeah, they passed. Yeah, worldwide, they passed 10 million.
Oh, congrats.
I think this was as of the end of November.
End of November. Eh?
Yeah.
But
So
I mean, it's not even accounted for all the Christmas one that is gonna be buying
yeah, so it's not on discount, so it should be a steady stream.
steady stream.
Do you
Good.
think, which is why I bring this up, do you think it's going to pass 13.5 million by March?
Well, you just said that they passed 12 million, right?
No, 10 million, 10 million.
10 million, 10 million.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you think it's going to pass 13.5 by March? That's the big
Uh,
question.
yeah, the Switch came out this year
In March
in
3rd, I
March.
think.
In March 3rd. Okay, so
Yeah.
they had around 9 to 10 months to
So
make it.
it's a
Yeah.
quarter year.
Yeah.
It's Christmas season right now.
Yeah. I doubt they might be making it to 12 million. That's my assumption because after the initial, I mean, after the craze of adapting,
Mm-hmm.
it's either if I forecast it, it's either around 12 million, or
Yeah.
it can be around that 12 to 15. But I will say that 12 is the more realistic guess.
Maybe 12 million by January if they reach
Yeah.
12 million, but and they could do another million in December, but 12 million by January I could see it pass. They could do like a special push, like
Well,
they announce a game where they show that, because they said that they might be showing also Metroid Prime in January.
oh,
They might be showing a
okay.
trailer. That's a rumor going around,
That's interesting.
so they might
Uh,
try with that,
yeah, yeah.
with a direct.
But don't forget though, the Metro Prime is kind of niche too as a gaming audience.
Yeah, I know, but
I know that you like it, but
I know,
I mean,
but who knows, man? They might do this thing. Maybe they might show Pokemon. Like they might show something, and they'll be like,
yeah.
"Yeah, expect this soon," just to try and get people like the momentum keep on going. Because I know
True.
they want that headline.
Yeah, right now it's well, I mean they're making headlines anyway. Like
Yeah, I know, but that's a
without
big
even
headline.
trying.
That's a
Yeah,
big headline. They
true.
made the Wii U sales in a quarter. Not
Yeah,
even. I think it was 5 years, so a fifth of the time.
yeah. What other thing that I think that will keep the Wii U more like like going strong?
You keep on calling it the Wii U.
Oh, the Wii U. Oh my God. Okay, because I have it right here.
Oh, okay.
Because I was staring at it while I'm just talking. But, I mean, he's begging me to talk about him. So anyway, that's another story.
Talk about me.
Yeah, exactly. He's just staring at me. But anyway, yeah, his little brother is just aside. The Switch is right there too.
Bad Wii U.
There you go. Okay. So if they come up with more like more bundles, like I'm gonna go back to the Wii U because Wii U had a lot of bundles. Like even though it didn't sell that well, they
Yeah.
have like bunch of bundles.
They
Like
had some good bundles here.
yeah, and like even the one I have right now is like even the gamepad was different. the gamepad has like motif
Did
of
you get
Zelda
the
on
Zelda
it.
one?
Yeah, I got the Zelda one, and like
Ah, okay. Yeah,
and
that was
it's
cool.
like it was really cool to have like the motive. Like if they can do that with the Switch too, I know like you intend some collector to buy another one because like the motive is different on it, and that's what PS4 has been pulling sometimes too. Like with the white one for Destiny 2, some of them for Final Fantasy 15, and like they've been releasing a lot of exclusive console pattern. So if the Switch want to go into that route and like bundle some games also to it, then I think some people will actually buy it again, and you will intend some other newer like incomer too to get it.
Yeah, no, for
Yeah.
sure. So we talked about
Yeah.
this for quite a bit. Let's go.
Yep. Okay.
Let's
Let's go
talk
to our
about
main topic now.
actual topics, not the.
Yes.
But
Don't,
we had to give the Switch its due because it passed 10 million. So congrats on that.
yep. Yep. Okay. It's just a small introduction, but let's go to the main event.
So yeah, so today we have set up. We have to talk about a little bit of the net neutrality thing because everybody's
Yes.
talking about it and
Mhm.
it affects everybody. So
Yep.
we might not be on the air next week.
Yeah, because they might tell us to pay.
Yeah, we have to pay premium fees and stuff. Anyways, so there's the Ajit Pai guy. I call
Yep.
him Ajit Pai guy.
Ajit.
Ajit piece of shit. But yeah, so we have to talk about PUBG releasing because there's a
Yep.
bunch of controversy about that. The Christmas. Oh yes, we brought up last week our Christmas season gaming habits. We have to talk about that this week because I almost got into it. I'm trying to resist.
Yep. But
God.
this is the season right now.
Yeah, it's the season for those special games that
Mhm.
nobody. We'll get into it. There's
Yeah.
the gaming nerd. This guy that I met. I have to talk about him. I don't think I've talked. No, I don't. I haven't talked to you about this guy yet. So you don't
No,
know
no,
anything.
no.
It's gonna be a surprise for you what happened. But why I'm freaked out. He's creeping me the fuck out. But
Okay.
yeah.
All right. All right.
And
All right.
we have to talk about Star Wars because I want to go see it. It's obligatory that we talk about Star Wars. You didn't see
Okay.
it yet.
Yeah, I
but-
didn't see it yet
but
either.
we will talk about it still. And we're
Okay,
not
cool.
actually going to spoil anything because I'm not actually going to talk about the movie. I'm going to talk
Oh,
about the
okay.
movie experience.
Movie experience.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, the
All right.
movie experience of Star Wars and how
Okay.
amazing that is. This is still very new for us, so we're gonna get used to it. We seem to be getting in a groove.
Yeah, I mean it's a good thing for us because like also we like to get a bit out of the world responsibilities, and like get to a bit, to
We have to
remind
relax in some way, right? Is that what you're
exactly.
saying?
So
Yeah.
exactly. So this is like one thing that we felt that it was that we can do to get ourselves off the tension of the world and
Yeah.
I
But
mean
you know what? That's kind of BS because right before we started, what did we do? We just started talking business and stuff and then whatever. You know what I'm talking about.
yeah, exactly.
Never
But
truly, we don't relax. Like we
Yeah,
sit there, we talk all this stuff about investments.
yeah. But I mean, this is just related to my work, but it has nothing to do with our podcast. So,
You can't
but
escape.
either way, it's like leaking into my weekends too. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, you're the one who brings the tea. I don't have tea over here with me. Right before we
Oh.
started, you said,
Oh
gonna get
right.
some
Oh
tea.
yes.
I'm
Yeah,
gonna
of course.
relax and get some tea. Give me. I said, give me 10, 15 minutes. You're like, oh, it's cool. I got tea.
Yeah, but I mean, like I drink tea every time. Like since I was 3, it's not like
So
it's
you're
not
always chill.
no, the tea is just there so that I don't like get into a like heart attack or something.
Oh,
Because like
okay.
we have the tea.
The tea
It's like
sustains you.
yeah, exactly.
Okay.
If I don't have the tea, I might go to like super rice in like 2 seconds, and then like I collapse on the room. I don't know.
Okay.
This keeps me the way I am.
All right. We're done bullshitting. Let's get right into the topics. So
Yeah, maybe we should cut that out, eh?
no, it's cool. We'll keep it in. We'll keep
Okay.
it in a little bit unedited for now. But
Okay.
So yeah, let's get into the topics. What I'm going to do actually when I actually post this is I'm going to try and put some of the video in. I might not put in full thing because this whole copyright law piece of crap
Yep.
that YouTube policies.
Well, we could include the link in there so that you can go watch it on the full extent.
Yeah, I'll include the link. We might skip over. So what I'm going to do, I might skip over the most of the video. I might play just a little bit of it and skip over most of the video, so that's like an actual preview parody type of thing.
Yeah. Well, remember, guys, this is not a good video, so we suffer for you in your place.
Yes,
so if you want to click, if you want to click at that link, it's at your own risk.
Yes. All right. So, net neutrality repeal passed.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Yep, it did. Unfortunately,
motherfucker Ajit Pai is one of the. He was the forefront of this repeal. He basically, everybody was against it. Everybody by now should know about net neutrality. I'm not going to get into it, and Rice is not going to get into it as well because we it's not our country. First of all, we live in Canada, and second of all, we haven't really read too much into it.
Of course.
So, but this guy here. The thing we can't talk about is this guy making a video talking about the things you can do after net neutrality.
Yep.
7 things you can do, doing his Watch Mojo versions of what you can do after net neutrality is repealed.
Yep. Okay, let's
already
see the sigh. Yeah, exactly.
I did sigh because the first thing I see is already repulsive.
Oh yeah, exactly.
He's holding a fidget spinner in a Santa suit with the. Is that a Nerf gun? I don't even know.
It's a knockoff version of the Nerf gun.
It's some dumb Dollarama piece of junk.
Yep. There we go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the 3D glasses, thinking he's super cool. I can't. He's so repulsive. You know. Okay. Before I even start, you know a guy is a piece of shit. This is why I call him Ajit piece of shit. You know he's a piece of shit when his smile. His natural smile is bullshit. Like his natural smile is a lie. You know this guy can't smile. You know he can't smile. His smile is so repulsive. If you saw a person smile like that, you think he's up to some he's just up to no good. He's a piece of shit.
It's a practice smile. It's a practice business smile.
He went to Harvard, right? Is that what you said?
Yeah. He went to Harvard.
That's a smile you generate when you don't know how to smile and you go to Harvard and you have to do a school presentation.
Yeah,
that's what it is. That's what that
basically. Yeah.
Nothing
against Harvard though.
Nothing
against Harvard. But you guys are doing great.
No. He had to create a smile for Harvard.
That's
his interview before he got accepted.
There you go.
He doesn't know how to smile, so you already know he's a piece of shit. He probably had a rough childhood. Sorry about that. If you had a rough childhood, Ajit Pai, I'm sorry about that. But you don't have to take it out on the world, all right? You don't have to be the world's villain. Batman coming in and kicking his ass at some point. But...
I mean, based on his attire on the video, he already pretty much fell miserably.
Yeah. Anyways, let's watch it because we gotta get through this.
Oh
God.
Oh.
This guy.
Oh
Hi,
man.
I'm Ajit Pai.
No.
Chairman of the
No.
My plan to restore.
I love how it says DC right next to it. Like he's talking about Batman coming in kicking his ass.
You can still gram your food.
No.
And he has to open it with his mouth like he's some cool gamer type of guy. Put sriracha sauce on it. Like such.
Oh, was it Tabasco? Sriracha though.
It's sriracha.
You can still post photos of cute animals.
Yeah, I can post photos of cute animals.
Yeah.
Look at me with a dog.
Yeah.
Look,
Wow. Selfie stick. Wow.
Got that bulk deal on fidget
Yo, that snow looks fake.
Yes,
He is
those
fake.
are clips
Every
possible.
time this
Okay.
video is fake. He's an asshole.
Yeah. What? Who's still wearing like 3D glasses?
That's the version of the fidget spinner he got. He got the asshole version.
Oh. Well, his head has to be on the dragon's like body.
You can still stay part of your favorite.
Because that's how he watches Game of Thrones. He blocks everybody's view.
He blocks everybody's view.
Yeah.
Yes.
Asshole extraordinaire.
Oh.
Look at this
Still
guy.
5 meters right into the ground.
Oh,
Wait, isn't that like 2015?
I don't even want to know who these people are. They should be ashamed of just being in the same room.
Yeah.
If they're not edited in, because you know he might not have actual friends.
Hey,
Ever did on the internet.
they still need money, you know. So I'm cool with that though.
Oh, that was horrible. Oh, it's still going. Oh, see that's him. See that's him laughing because he knows he's pulling some shit. He's like, I fucked you all up.
Yeah, it's like, can't believe you guys bought. Oh shit.
Oh, I fucking hate that guy.
Oh man.
That's a guy that even if I don't know you, I don't even know what you did. I already know you're an asshole. I don't even want to speak to you. I don't want to be your friend at all. You know what I mean?
You return the same kind of smile to him.
Oh yeah, the stupid buck teeth smile. Like, he puts
Man.
his front teeth are swallowing his chin type of smile. Like I hate that.
Yeah. Yeah, he's probably smiling because like his boldness is already guaranteed by the passing of the
obviously.
bill.
He's getting sponsored by like all the internet providers, and he's like,
Yeah.
I just made $1 million for every one of those teeth. Well, not $1 million. He probably made like hundreds of million.
Nah, probably. We can check him out afterward to
Oh.
see how much he makes.
Do I really want to know? Do I really want to make myself feel even like shittier? Like you already made me
Yeah.
like. I had to watch this video because everybody was talking about this stupid. It was trending or whatever. I had to watch it because I wanted to know what he was gonna say about net neutrality. And by the first second, I was already fed up with it. But I had to go through the whole thing. That's the
Yep.
type of video that should probably be the most disliked video on YouTube. Like I understand people say Rebecca Black's videos suck, but at least you know she was trying to
Hey.
be a little bit genuine. She was
No.
clueless. This guy's not clueless.
Hey, she was talking about Friday, man.
Yeah,
like,
I know.
That's
was-
awesome.
She thought Friday was awesome, and she had some money. She made a video, you know, whatever. That
I mean, it went viral. It's not like it's not her fault that it went viral. It's
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
You know,
It didn't
people
have to
who
go
look at-
viral.
Yeah, I mean, like with Sly too, with like Gangnam Style. He didn't expect it to everybody to go on it. Like he was just like making his video.
But this
That's
is
it.
a guy who seriously like he. I don't know if he knows to the extent how much people hate him, but he goes out there and he's like, "Oh, you hate me? Well, I'm going to I don't like that. Like, you know when people retaliate by making people like hate you more? You know what I mean?
That's, yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
oh, you think I'm a piece of shit? I'll show you
Uh-huh.
a piece of shit. And then after that, he just goes and makes a video, and he not only is it going to be net neutrality gets repealed, now it's going to be like, in order to have internet access, you need to like, I don't know, sell your soul or some shit. That's his
Sell
end
your
goal.
soul.
Like, well, I mean, he is a DC comic villain right now. You saw the DC. He's
Yeah,
licensed
no.
now.
Yeah, he's not categorized to be a DC villain. I'm sorry.
He is. No, it's at DC. It's official. It's
yeah.
official. Justice League's next movie is going to be them against Ajit Pai.
Them against Ajit and they got I'll get a lawsuit.
Lex Luthor is gonna come in, and then Ajit Pai is gonna push him aside. And it's gonna be a surprise twist.
Seriously, wow.
Yeah.
Oh
All
man.
right, so done with that because I don't want to talk about this guy anymore.
Yeah,
Let's go to PUBG.
yeah. What about PUBG?
So we have another video here.
Oh,
About the release of PUBG. I was going to explain it, but Kroby Cat already does a good job at that. Of showing what was wrong with the Xbox One release of PUBG. I don't know how if they patched it, but at the beginning, this is how it released. So I don't even no comment. You know, you release a game, you show it to the public. You
Wait,
gotta live with
is-
the consequences if your game
Yeah.
is shit. So let's
Is
go
is
into
PUBG on the PS4?
it. No, it's not. It's an Xbox exclusive and PC.
Oh, really? Okay,
Yeah,
cool.
yeah. All right,
Alright.
so let's look at the video.
This system is built to amaze on day one and continuously improve over the generation ahead.
Oh boy.
You can already tell the frame rate.
Oh,
That parachute looks like shit too.
wait, that's actually PUBG?
Yeah, that's PUBG on Xbox One and Xbox One X.
Whoa, can you even get through that door?
Oh, you can get through it. Look.
Oh, whoa, whoa. Okay.
you play this for an hour and you'd probably be like, nah, this is enough. I see
No,
everything.
probably at the first scene of the parachute, I'll probably press the off button on it already. It's equally as bad.
Oh, this is the part. This is the part I want to see. Like, this is hilarious. Look at the next part. This is the funniest part. Like, this guy's spitting bullshit.
That guy's probably Ajit Pai.
Thinking he's cool and all that. Yeah. So as you can see, it looks pretty bad. We've watched quite extensively enough footage of what it's like, but
Yeah.
so I don't even know how to say. Like, some people release games like this. I don't even. There's a process to release a game. It's not like nobody sees it before it's released. On Reddit, they were talking about early access and how early access affects development.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
how people's reception of a game. And I commented, it was on a Reddit topic, and I said early access is really a way for the developer to say, here's my game. If you're not happy with it, then it's cool. It may get fixed, but don't judge me on the bad qualities of my game too harshly. You know what I mean? So like,
It's a concept.
Yeah,
it's like
exactly.
the
So-
guy has a concept. He wants the game to be. He wants his work to be viewed. He maybe wish to have some funding while he work on his game, but it's basically an opinion. He wants an opinion.
I mean, it's that's what it's supposed to be, but what it turned into is just, I'm releasing my game, buy it, but don't judge me if it's bad. You know what I mean? Like, don't be too harsh. Don't give it bad marks, because what it does is that people now start treating early access as a fully released game.
Yeah,
But
exactly.
it's still under the notion that it's an early access. So you'll look at it. IGN might review the game, right? The early access builds, and they'll be like, "Oh, it's a 8 out of 10 because they can fix these issues. It's still in early access."
So basically, they got like all the ground covered.
Yeah, exactly. It's a safety net.
Yeah, it's like, okay, well, I release. I mean, not to say that there's not early access games that nobody buys. Like, there's tons of them that nobody notice. But,
Yeah, but if
it's
your
just like,
game if your game is looking like it's gonna be popular, and you say it's
Yeah.
early access, and your game for some reason has like models that are breaking apart, and people will be like, "Oh, it's the early access build. Oh, don't worry, it's gonna get fixed in the long run." But then PUBG comes out, and they never fixed any of the bugs, and I understand why. I mean, there's reasons why people don't fix bugs, because it takes a lot of time, and people already bought the game, so there's no real incentive to cater to people who have already beaten the game with things that affect the content that they've already gone through. You know what I mean?
Yep. Yeah.
So if it's not going to affect future purchases, it's a very low priority.
There's that, like, like, if I'm still selling, why should I fix it?
Yeah, exactly. So that's the point.
Yeah.
Yeah, why am I gonna fix somebody's head doing a 360 when you're still gonna buy the game? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And
like,
people don't really care. So I'm gonna add a new map, which is what PUBG
Yeah.
did. They added a new map. People are gonna buy the game for that.
and they just divert the whole the how they call it, like, they divert the whole view of the player. They're like, oh, a new map, okay.
Oh yeah, that too. Yeah, people are
Yeah,
like, oh, a new map. Look, I'm gonna have fun, and you're still playing the game while you're complaining about the issues. So,
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, but like, well, just interjecting a bit into the early access and like how PUBG and the other early access game work. You remember Ark?
Ark. Is that an MMO?
Ark, no, it's like that survival evolve thing. I was looking at it right now
Is that dinosaur
with the
thing?
dinosaurs.
Yeah, I've heard about that.
Yeah, like before Ark was in early access, right? And like what I heard is like there was a lot of like it was not nothing was like nothing was fixed. There was a lot of bugs, and like the actually right now, I think they released the game and it's at $66. Well, before you can buy it at 20.
Oh yeah, that's another thing too.
Like, you buy at 20, or even like sometimes I see it on sale at like 10.
But did
And
they
now-
fix anything? Is it running
That's the
like that?
thing. I didn't play it, so I don't know like how it look like now. But it has been like at the time that I was like looking at it, there was a lot of bad reviews. Nobody was like going into it, and after they release a expansion
Okay.
and like a season pass, and like if I look at the price right now, it's like 110.
Really?
Yep.
Wow. Okay, that's some bullshit.
So I was like, what?
See,
For,
that's the thing, man. I don't understand. People
yeah,
still buy it, and people
yeah,
still
like
do all that stuff, and it's like, come on, man. You're looking at this. It's not. This game is not your world. You know what I mean? It's not going to change your life. It's Ark
it's like
Survival Evolved. It's by this one dude who clearly does not give a damn.
yeah, like I just don't get like how a game that you have early access for so little money, and then like suddenly boom, is like you have to pay 110 for it. It's like a triple A game like pricing, and I'm not even going to get into pricing at all. Like this is another dilemma.
Yeah,
But
no. Pricing is a pain in the ass, man. I don't know what people are thinking with their pricing.
yeah,
Sometimes a game is ruined by their pricing, and everybody's telling you, yo, your pricing is the reason why your game is failing. And then they just don't care. And then they see like a game. Ugh, anyways,
yeah, that's
game
another
fails.
thing that we can talk about another time.
Oh
But
my
yeah,
god.
but PUBG, enough of PUBG.
Yeah. So PUBG's been doing that BS, and people are not happy. I don't know if they fixed it or not. There's
Uh,
some and last thing I'll mention on it, which we're not gonna get into, but so people have been trying to find workarounds to it, and they ended up having to like mod their Xbox Ones or something like that, like change it because apparently the reason is because it's not loading the assets fast enough from the hard drive or some bullshit. So then they changed their hard drive to an SSD on the Xbox. I'm like, why you gotta do all this PC shit?
yeah, just buy a PC.
Yeah. Anyways, so
Uh,
so yeah, that's the dilemma on PUBG, and fuck it, we'll see what happens with it, but
yeah,
not
but I
looking
mean,
good.
yeah, we're not really commenting on like
On
the
the
game
actual
PUBG.
game,
Yeah, on the
yeah,
actual game. The actual game I haven't played honestly, so I
yeah.
cannot comment on it.
I'm just talking about we're just talking about the whole controversies. I mean, there's a principle in the
Yeah,
game that like, yo,
yeah,
come on, you got to be able to do something when you release a game. It's got to be able to have these basic things down. You know what I mean?
exactly.
And that's
Was
universal. Everybody can talk about that.
yeah, yeah. Well,
Um,
we're more talking about like how the release is just like abysmal
yeah,
compared to
exactly.
like what was on the internet, like the PC version per se.
Especially the PC version. But anyways,
Yeah, yeah. Okay.
so let's get into actually a Christmas season. So
All
it's
right.
Christmas.
Something more positive now.
Yes, Christmas season gaming habits. Let's get into it.
Yep.
So,
All right.
Rice, do you have any games that you're actually planning on looking at this Christmas to actually play through?
Well, as you know, I have a super backlog on games.
Oh God.
It's like this is just a personal story, but yeah, you get into it. Like I'll repeat that on no ends on the podcast probably
Yeah.
in the future. But let's say there's some games that on the Christmas time I actually enjoy to like that I'll get back into it. Well, I already have a huge backlog,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
I'll still
I
play the
understand
game. Yeah, that I still play the game that I played before.
that.
Some of the games will be on the I mean definitely the Final Fantasy series like I like people is gonna hate me for that, but I never really finished the seven.
Which
In
one?
fact, I'm the seven.
Seven? You never finished seven? Oh
I
well.
never I was
I'll
at
be
this
honest.
two.
I'll be honest. I never finished seven either, but I have my own reasons for that. Oh,
Oh, okay.
yeah.
Okay. No, me was just like I got it on Steam. I didn't even get it on PS1. I got it
Oh,
on
okay.
Steam. And then I was like I mean life got in the way and I just didn't get into it. It was fantastic while I was like playing it. But 7 was actually not the one that I had in mind. It was the 8th one that I liked the most.
Oh, you like eight the most? Okay.
Yeah, I like the 8 more than the like. I mean, I didn't finish the 7, so I cannot comment
Yeah,
fully
yeah.
on it yet. But the 8th one, I just find that the mechanism was awesome. Like
Oh,
in
you
terms of
like, but then that listen to I heard it was grindy. That's what I heard.
on the Steam version, they make it so that it's less grindy. Like
okay.
like the push of one button, because like how it worked was like you have to draw, you kind of steal the magic from another person, from
Mm-hmm.
a monster,
Mm-hmm.
and then those magic kind of can equip to your character while you're equipping like they call it a guardian force on it. It's like the summons.
Okay.
Yeah, but
What so like but essentially I know you like the system, but is that what's bringing you back to it, or is that
well, that too, but also just the mechanism, but also it was just something that I have played when I was a kid,
oh okay.
and
So
I
you go back to your
deeply,
childhood
yeah, I love
memories.
the like the music about it, like the music, the I don't know, the story was pretty cool.
Yeah.
A lot of the element in there is about fantasy, so it really goes well when you're in the Christmas season.
So
Uh,
you go back and you do all the Final Fantasies up to like what, like 13?
no, not even like I'll just play a bit of both, and I play a bit of like if I can finish it, which is not gonna be the case for this Christmas,
Mm-hmm.
but like I'll just try to get through it and like see how far I can go on into it.
Oh, okay. Well,
And like yeah, some other games too when I feel like it, like there's a couple of games that I bought and I want to try out
mm-hmm.
despite not having the time, so I might try Near Automata, which I
Mm-hmm.
bought it on discount, which is pretty good on Black Friday. And yeah, some other games that I might just like I might just like have the chance to take a look at it. And
Okay.
even though I only have 4 days off, so I cannot really do much.
No, no,
uh,
it's cool. But
yeah, yeah,
man, you
yeah,
shouldn't play a JRPG if you have 4 days out. Like, you know how it is. You're gonna.
yeah, but I do
You don't
what I
have
want, man.
time. You
It's
don't have.
Christmas.
Okay, whatever. But
It's like it's Christmas. It's the only time you can do what you want.
well, okay. So my usual
Uh-huh.
Christmas gaming habit, what I usually do every Christmas is I end up playing a really old game. Not old game, but a game I played like at least a decade ago from start to finish.
For us, it's almost like watching a old movie. Eh? We're watching like we're replaying the game, but like some of the nuance in there, we kind of
Yeah,
forgot about
exactly.
it.
And you know, there's always some things you never actually notice. Like every time I play Chrono Trigger, I
Mm-hmm.
realize something different, and then I'm like, oh, okay, so that's what it meant, or something like
Yeah,
that.
yeah, because like it's either when you were young you didn't pay attention to it,
Or you didn't
or like you
understand.
oh yeah, or you just omit about it. Like it
Yeah, it's like,
happens.
oh, this
Yeah.
is fun. Let me play some more.
Okay.
Alright, but
Anyway, go. Yeah.
but yeah. So I go back to a couple of games. Most likely this year I'm gonna go back. I'm thinking of finishing Lufia 2, and I'm
Mm-hmm.
gonna go and play. Actually, who knows? I might surprise myself, but I usually
Yeah.
decide this around next week, and I will mention it.
Okay.
But yeah, if you have a game you're playing right now, just mention it as well. And I have to borrow. You have Ever Oasis, right?
Yeah, I do.
Did you finish it?
I haven't opened it yet.
Oh my god! I was gonna ask to borrow it from you because I was like, I wanna beat that game because I
Oh, you
got
want
my
to beat
new
that game?
yeah, I got my new control stick
Okay.
on the 3DS.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
So
Oh, sure.
I
Yeah.
finished Metroid Prime. Metroid Samus Returns,
Oh, Summer
and
Street. Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
yeah, and I'm
Yeah.
playing currently Tales of Berseria.
Oh, yeah.
Um,
That's the latest Tales, right?
yes, it's the latest one. Unless a new one came out and I'm not aware of it right now. But I'm playing through it. I'm playing through it, and it's pretty long. There's one thing I don't like about it though. Like it's a good game, but I feel like it stops me too much for pointless conversations.
Oh.
It's a thing in Tales where like people have conversations, but this one specifically, like every second I feel like I'm hearing these people banter, and I kind of have to go through it to get to the story, so I skip through it a lot. But I mean, like now I'm doing it like when I'm doing homework, you know, like I'm skimming, I'm skimming. I'm like, oh, okay, this guy this guy that, this guy this guy that, whatever. And then they start talking about some random stuff about like what should we call this beetle? Like, does it really matter? You know?
She called this beat
Oh
up.
yeah, like, it's one of the conversations, and that's annoying to me. And there's some systems that I feel in JRPGs in general, I feel like they have to improve. Like the pacing of it sometimes slows down because of how many systems there are. Like they'll add in a crafting system, they'll add in a what's it called? A merchant leveling up system. And there's so many systems, it slows down everything. So 2 days ago I was playing it, and the whole thing I did for an hour was just selling equipment or dismantling them to get crafting gear or crafting items, and then just enhancing my gear. And by the time I was done, it was like an hour later, and I'm like, wow, I don't want to play this game anymore. I have other stuff to do.
You sure you're not playing the merchant simulators?
Yeah, no, that's what it turned.
It's like well, it depends. Like it's just that those kind of game were never meant for us in the first place. It's just that they were selling a lot in Japan, and then they bring it up, and then they saw that there's an audience here, so they just like do the translation for it.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's a good point. But yeah,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
we're gonna move on because we've been on that for a while. But,
Yeah, exactly.
Gaming nerd. Okay, so yeah, at work.
I-
Oh my gosh, I'm not gonna give too many details because it's NDA and it's privacy. But so there's this one guy that there's always some weird people at work. Whatever.
Okay.
But this one guy was freaking me the hell out, man. Because one day he came in and he was normal, but he was like a little bit like Aspergery.
Define Aspergery.
Like he was very like twitchy and spontaneous, and wasn't really social. But
So
like,
he's
really
like,
trying to communicate. Like he likes to
Okay.
talk, but he's not social.
He likes to talk, but he's not social. Okay.
Yeah, like he likes to talk about, like, make random comments and jokes, but he's not
Okay.
very social, like a conversation social. Like he doesn't really talk to you. He just talks out loud about things, not necessarily for you, but more for his own enjoyment. Does that
Okay.
make sense?
Okay.
So
So basically, he passed too much time on Reddit.
basically, something like that.
Okay. Cool.
We're gonna throw a whole community under the bus. We know you're not serious. I mean, if they think you're serious, then there's an issue, but it's not with you. Anyway.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Cool. All right, let's proceed.
But yeah, so that guy came in one day. He was looking normal. I mean, he was a little weird, but whatever. I don't make much of it. I don't really judge people. I can see if you're like
He's just
geeky or
awkward.
whatever. Yeah, it was a little
Yeah,
awkward.
he's just awkward. Yeah.
Next day he comes in, like he took a day off. Next day he comes in, that guy looks like he got attacked by a fucking lion. Like I don't know what the fuck was happening, but this guy came in. He had like 3 claws across the face, like he had just fought Jason or some shit. Like 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 Freddy Krueger or whatever. Like he had 3 huge, big cuts across the face.
That's insane.
Going vertically from
Vertically?
top to, yeah, like he went into, like he fell into a lion's habitat in the zoo or whatever. Like he got attacked, and I didn't want to press on it because I'm like, did he do? Because in my mind I'm thinking, did somebody attack him, or did he do that to himself? And and if he did that to himself, I was like, if I press on it and he did that to himself, he might try to do that to me.
No, but I mean, are you guys serious? Like,
No,
that guy
I'm
has, like,
serious. And
Well-
he came in, no comment from anybody. Everybody's like, "Hey, what's up? Yo, how was your day?" And
No, but what are you guys? How was your day? He got freaking attacked by a bear. How was your day?
no, I don't know what happened. It was crazy.
Yo, I mean, like, if I saw that guy, I was like, yo, dude, you need to go back to the hospital. It's like, there's something wrong with you right now.
Do not comment on things like that when the person is already acting a little. If a person is normal, you know them for a while. This guy I saw him for 2 days. Okay. First day he was normal. Second day, some fucked up shit happened. I'm not going to actually press on it because I don't know if he underground or something. Like he came in. It was on Tuesday and Thursday. No, not Tuesday and Thursday. It was on Monday and Thursday because I didn't see him one day. So on Monday he was Harvey Dent. On Tuesday he was in the hospital. On Wednesday he was Two-Face. That's what happened. That's what I was thinking in my mind. Like I saw this guy.
Wow.
I was freaked out. Nobody acted like anything different was happening, but like I see it. It's obvious he has 3 claws going vertically down his face with the blood residue still left over.
And then the next week you see him like his face is all perfect.
I don't know, man. That was crazy.
I'm surprised that your manager didn't do anything about it though.
I know. That's what I was like. Does anybody see what I'm seeing? Or am I just crazy? He's sitting right next to me. He's talking to all of you, and you guys are acting like he had a beautiful Tuesday. Like he clearly did not have a beautiful Tuesday. Something fucked up happened. Why is nobody acting freaked out like I am?
Bro, people are like, okay, yeah, then I will not take that bait. I will not
like
do it.
You see somebody coming in, hugging him, and in the background, I'm there like hyperventilating. Like, he's gonna kill you. You know.
Yo, what's up with the story? Maybe you missed a memo about that guy. Like everybody's like, your manager's been sending the memo. He's like, don't comment on him again.
I'm just glad there's no radio, because it would be the type of situation where they would be like, we have an emergency, somebody escaped.
Oh God! Oh shit!
Described with he has 3 huge cuts going across the face.
And then he turned to you and said, "Hey DJ, you want some coffee?"
My eyes are wide open. Get out of here!
Let's go to our last topic.
So that's the crazy guy, but
Yeah,
let's move
yeah.
on. Oh my gosh, I hope I don't see him on Monday. I should say that. Okay.
Okay.
So yeah, we actually, well, Star Wars is out. I saw it the day of. I had a special pass.
Oh.
To watch it, and I watched it with my girlfriend. And yeah, so we're not actually gonna go in the movie. It's still spoiler territory. I can't really say too much about it. I'll say just this quickly, that the movie was pretty good. It was decent. I had some parts that I have issues with, like they were pretty slow.
How long is the duration?
Oh God, it's 2 hours and 40 minutes or 2 hours and 30 minutes around.
Oh, okay, so it's not actually a 3-hour movie then.
It's almost 3 hours. I mean, with the previews and all that, maybe.
Okay.
Okay. So yeah, I was watching the movie, and like the middle was pretty boring. Like a girlfriend was sleeping in it. Yeah, and she woke up. She said, "Did I miss anything?" And I said, "No."
Go back to sleep.
Yeah, you could probably get the gist of it just by sleeping through it if you're tired. Yeah.
Okay.
And then yeah, so the reason I'm bringing Star Wars up actually is not because of that. It's really the experience of watching it, because when I watched it, I was watching with a bunch of people who really like Star Wars, and they're not kids, like adults who like Star Wars.
Yeah, fans.
And, yeah, the big fans, the big nerdy groups.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah.
I went there, and there was this one moment where it was a robot dissing Chewbacca or something like that. And then, like, it was a really funny moment, but, like, got dissed. And I hear in the crowd, that's right. You tell him. And, like, you can't even understand what this robot is telling. You can't understand Chewbacca. You can't understand the robot.
Now that it came into my head, I was like, wait, that's very true. This is a robot and a monster.
What are you talking about? And then, and then something crazy happened later on in the movie. And it's like, something really, really intense happened. Like Ultra Instinct levels, Dragon Ball Z type of moment. And then I hear in the crowd like, oh, hell yeah. That's exactly how you do it. I wanted you to do that since the beginning. Like, man, you people are really, really into this shit. I mean, it was cool, but
it was a -20. Eh? I was like, dude.
But yeah, so I came out of there and I felt like, wow, my world is really small, where I've never expected this.
Yeah. It's a robot and Chewbacca.
Have you ever watched a Star Wars movie though? I haven't actually asked you because I know you're not that big on Star Wars.
Oh, I'm like the complete opposite of a Star Wars movie fan though. I watched the
Which movies have you watched?
I watched like the I think like episode 1 in French.
Oh no, in French?
Yeah, in
Look at
French.
this
Well,
guy.
that it was like on the like way past the time, and then like they pass it on the French channel, and then
that one.
not get out. And- yeah, okay. And afterward, I watched was it the one before the Last Jedi? Watched the Rogue One.
Oh, you watched
And-
Rogue One? Okay.
Yeah, I watched
Oh,
Rogue
pretty
One and the other one like Force Awaken.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I watched the new ones, but like the older ones, I didn't get into it. I don't not yet though.
Oh, don't worry about it.
Yeah, yeah.
You have a lot of crap that you've missed, and there's a lot of stuff that are probably outdated by now.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I'm thinking about it. I don't recommend you to watch the other ones if you're not that big into it. If you wanted to watch the other ones, you would have already. But
That's true.
episode 1 is a pretty bad place to start. Let me just say that.
Yeah, but I mean, it can only get better, right?
I guess.
Like
Actually, it's true. I think. I think it's like episode 1 is really crappy. Episode 2, is it a bit better? I don't even know. I mean,
No,
they're kind of around the same level of.
I saw
greatness.
that 1, 2, 3 is like what the Star Wars fan despise the most, and like
yeah, and then
like,
4, 5, 6 is the one that the Star Wars fans
Yeah,
like
it's
the
like-
most, I guess.
yeah,
And
because
then-
it's the original. That's why.
Yeah.
Is it-
Sorry, go ahead.
I was going to say, is it probably next week and the week after we're gonna be off? Just
I think
for
it's
the
gonna be
Chris-
next week. Yeah, unless you want to do like a very short, like what are we playing type of thing and talk about it and work on it or something like that for like 30 minutes. Like
Hey, we could,
a one topic podcast.
Yeah.
Merry
Or maybe we can
Christmas.
we can talk about like gifting ideas and stuff like that. Probably it's a bit late though. But like
well,
on games,
we could
what
talk
you
about-
gift? Yeah.
We could talk about let's see. I mean, nah, not gifting things. That's a little bit. But like let's see. So we could talk about our favorite game that we've seen this year or played or whatever.
Oh,
Or-
okay. Like gaming summary of the year. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Games that we've played and stuff that things we thought about it and for like
Mm-hmm.
30 minutes and we'll go quickly through a list. We'll make it like a top 10 or top 5.
Okay. And then it's gonna last 2 hours again.
Yeah, no, we'll keep it short. We'll cut it off. We'll have a limit. I'll put
Okay.
a 3 in 3 minutes.
In 3 minutes.
Yeah,
Okay.
in 3 minutes. So it's gonna be
Okay.
like 3 minutes
Okay.
around and then 30 minutes.
Yeah, and so yeah, we can do that. Okay, so keep in tune, guys.
Yeah. All right. Well, by next week I should probably have an email set up and we might have an intro tune. It depends. I don't know if we can do it yet. But yeah, this is all like me myself making all these assets, so it might take a little bit of time. But we had a fun time today.
Yep.
Do you want your own what's it called, place where you want people to reach you or not yet?
Not right now. I mean, send like we try to aggregate everything into one channel and one email.
Okay.
Maybe we can share the password like afterward, but that's we'll talk about that later.
All right, so
Okay.
that's cool. All right, so I hope you guys have a Merry Christmas, and we will see you guys probably next week for a little bit. But yeah, Merry Christmas. I hope you guys have a happy holidays. Those of you on vacation, make the most of it. Especially if you're young, make the most of it because you won't have that time later on.
Yeah,
Sorry
very
to
true,
be-
very
Sorry
true.
to be just an asshole right now, but
A downer. You're being like the pie guy. I forgot his name already.
a G
Well,
piece of
okay.
shit. That's his name.
Yeah. Okay. Great. Exactly. But anyway, yeah, guys, have a very Merry Christmas if you're not tuning in next week, and
yeah.
hope that you get the gift that you wanted, the games that you want to play, or anything that goes in between.
And any questions or comments, just leave them down below. Leave a like, and
Yep.
we shall be back. And
Yep.
we'll see you guys later.
All right. See you. Bye bye now.
Peace out. Oh, whoops.
Are we off?
No, I just